Have you ever regretted an overnight online shopping binge the following morning? You simply cannot believe you spent $700 on that new TV by a click of a thumb. We have all been there. Strangely, commercials follow you around everywhere you go. Every time you watch TV, read a magazine, go online, or drive down the highway, you see them. The aim of each of these advertisements is to persuade you to purchase the product being promoted. However, they employ a wide range of techniques to do this. While some advertisements appeal to your anxieties, others speak to your wants and needs. When you see a compelling advertisement, your brain is bypassed in favor of your emotions, which leads you to make impulsive purchases rather than carefully weighing your options. You do not have to fall for these ruses, though. By becoming aware of the advertising industry's tricks and how they manipulate you, you can outwit them. You can escape the spell and learn to shop frugally by learning to see through smoke and mirrors. Hi, and welcome back to Fascinating Self. Next time you feel tempted to move a pricey item into your shopping cart, try these 8 frugal tricks and tips. They might help you save not just money, they could also help save you from that feeling of next day regret. Number 1. Shop with a clear goal in mind. Every single one of us can relate to this. You are out of detergent and toothpaste, and so it is off to Walmart you go in search of those 2 items. However, the moment you enter, you are drawn like a magnet to the $1 spot, where you promptly fill your basket with brightly colored water toys for the kids that you are sure will see regular usage. Shopping for just 2 necessities in a hurry ended up costing a lot more than expected because of some frivolous extra purchases. No one goes out to the store for necessities with the intention of getting sidetracked. It is highly unlikely, but if you find yourself in this position frequently, it may be wise to avoid shopping at locations where you feel pressured to spend more than you intended. Creating and bringing a shopping list to the supermarket should be a habit. A shopping list's primary function is not to remind you of what to buy, as is commonly believed, but rather to remind you of what not to buy. Number 2. Personalize your budget work for you. Have you no idea how much money is coming in and going out of your account every month? If you responded yes to this question, you need to become budget literate immediately. Do not freak out. Creating a budget does not have to involve a lot of math or work. By planning out your spending and saving in advance, you can stop your finances from controlling you. Budgeting might take some effort to set up and fine-tune. This is the secret few know. There is no single best approach to budgeting. Making a budget is a deeply personal process. You will likely fail at budgeting if you do not grasp this concept. Underestimating costs is the most common rookie error in budgeting. Perhaps you have been inspired by some inspiring blogs about frugal families and decided to give it a go yourself. You have made a decision to limit your food budget for the month at $200 just like them. But every month, your family spends more like $700 on food. An objective as ambitious as a complete reversal of your spending to look like your friends is not achievable. Number 3. Stop spending money on expensive dinners. One of the simplest ways to become frugal and save money is to alter your dining spending habits. Moreover, we are all aware that eating out may quickly become a costly endeavor. Having dinner out 3 times a week at $20 each adds up to $60 per week and $240 per month. Think of all the debt you could wipe off immediately if you saved that money. Though there is minimal correlation between food price and its health benefits, many people believe more costly food is better for them. We also tend to ignore the positive effects that low-cost food can have on our bodies, even if it is equally as nutritious as the more expensive options. True, dining out is convenient sometimes, but cooking at home is usually preferable. Studies have shown that when we dine away from home, rather than cooking for ourselves, we ingest more calories, fat, and sodium and less nutrients. When we prepare our own meals, we can better regulate the quality and safety of the ingredients used. Plus, cooking and eating at home cuts down on trips to and wait times at restaurants. Number 4. Stay off debt. You cannot learn to be frugal until you make a permanent commitment to not rely on credit. After all, debt drains your resources. Plus, you will have to keep making payments, plus interest, on the credit or loan until the balance is paid off. If you go out to a good restaurant with your pals and buy with a credit card, you may as well eat your next salary. If you do not pay your bill on time, the $20 dinner will end up costing you much more than that. Knowing that you can get a loan or financing for practically anything in today's society can be reassuring. Unfortunately, it is all an illusion. It fools you into thinking you can afford the monthly payment, the new car, the new house, or the major buy. Put simply, if you do not have the money to pay for something right this second, you probably cannot afford it. Having access to credit opens up many doors. It allows you to part with cash you do not actually possess. But without access to credit, frivolous spending is just not an option. Number 5. Don't spend money before it hits your account. It is foolish to spend money you do not have, since doing so is like counting your chicks before they have hatched. Picture yourself borrowing money from a loved one while waiting for a promised bonus or commission at work. What are the repercussions if you do not receive the funds you expected? If you are unable to pay the loan, your financial condition will worsen and your bond with your loved one may be compromised, both of which are worse outcomes than if you had not taken out the loan. Simply put, going into debt because you spend money you did not have is the worst possible financial error you could make. Greater debt means more stress and difficulty. The stress and anxiety associated with money issues can have a negative impact on your physical and mental health. So, it is crucial that you learn to get your spending under control if you want to avoid the negative consequences of debt. Number 6. Never spend to impress. It is easy for a teenager with limited life experience to base their entire identity on what others think of them. At a young age, it may feel natural to conform to your peers' standards of what constitutes cool, in terms of what you dress, how you conduct yourself, and even what kind of music you listen to. To make matters worse, adulthood is not necessarily a vast improvement. As an adult, you will always face the choice of trying to keep up with, or ignoring the Johnsons, and the accompanying pressure to always look your best. Most people, whether they are 15 or 50, still care about being accepted by their peers. But should you cave to social pressure and throw away your money? The correct response is a loud no. If you want to get ahead financially and establish a successful, impressive, frugal life, adulthood presents a seemingly endless stream of opportunities to spend money. But giving in to every one of them can quickly deplete even the most robust savings account. In the end, it is just as pointless as it was back in high school to try to maintain your high school social circle once you have entered the real world. Number 7. Always have an emergency fund. In order to maintain sound financial health, it is important to set aside money in the event of emergency or other unforeseen expense. Ups and downs are inevitable in life. A hot water tank leak could flood your home. Your car could break down and require pricey repairs. Or you could get sick and incur high medical expenditures. Even if we are not always ready for the mental or emotional hardships that life throws at us, we may at least be ready to pay the rent. An emergency fund is a reserve of money set aside in case of a sudden financial setback, such as the need for medical care or a car repair, or a loss of income due to unemployment or illness. A cushion of emergency savings can help you get back on your feet if you ever find yourself in a financial bind. However, if you do not have any savings set aside for unexpected expenses, you may have to resort to high-interest payday loans, borrowing from friends and relatives, or making purchases on a credit card. And that is why being frugal will help you save money and have more to spend in case of emergencies. Number 8. Don't pay for stuff you can get for free. You only need to know where to search to get a wealth of free materials, from Google and YouTube to your neighborhood garage sales. Understanding when your secondhand junk will be collected can help you score some free goods. The day of the week when most people throw away their huge objects like furniture and tech can be used to plan a tour around the city to view the incredible finds people are throwing away. You may get your hands on some excellent used bicycles, solid wood furniture, televisions, and more. Bear in mind that you may need assistance carrying heavier objects and that your vehicle may need to be sufficiently sized in order to get your booty safely home. Free resources are more accessible than ever thanks to the zero waste and sustainability movements. The global community of FreeCycle's 9 million members connects to share freely available resources and prevent waste from ending up in landfills. Even when it comes to learning, you do not have to pay because some lessons are taught better on YouTube than in our lecture halls. There you go, folks. We hope these 8 frugal tips will help you make the right choices when it comes to spending your hard-earned cash. Get more frugal tips from our recent video on 10 old-fashioned tips for frugal living will help you save money today. See you on the next one.